I thought I'd only written, I figured 30 is a nice round number. I'd written 30 books, and it turned out it was more than that. It was almost 50. These are the names of every book I've written. Tyga, the mermaid, finds a magic wand. The girl in the pink hoodie beta test. I sold this to very few people to help with edit, and if they did it, they could be in the book, the later book. So a few copies of that did exist. It's no longer available. The Corn Dog trilogy is also no longer available, but it was bought, so there we go. Annalisa and Her Infinite Hate, or Annalisa and Her Infinite Hate, was an attempt at doing like a Shel Silverstein type of book. I should say the Corn Dog trilogy had like 6 books inside of it. Violent Tales of Phaelander the Barbarian, which had, besides that, the Magic Wand at Heartbreak Pond. I do a lot of Magic Wand stuff, it seems. And Cuckoo for Cocoa, which was about a person in the KKK falling in love with a black woman who comes into his cider and fudge shop. All of those things connect to each other in the end. Paley's Love Cult and White Coma, the first book I ever read. It's still not in hardcover, it's in paper, but this is kind of a final version. I've never written the part 3 and 4. There's some of it's written. Tangent Evolution on paper. I didn't realize this was still available. I wouldn't buy this. There's a much better version coming up in a second. The Girl in the Pink Hoodie. This is the final version of The Girl in the Pink Hoodie. And it's the hardest one to get. So if you want it, you have to pretty much tell me, and I can give you a link. I don't know. It's because I did the beta test. For some reason, it's unfindable in Amazon search. Tyga's Magic Book, another kid's book. This one is a Pick-a-Path book. Hounds of Love, Not 33 and a Third, about Kate Bush. So a lot of the Not 33 and a Third will probably be listed around now. Music books about one album. Silver the Chubby Princess, which is a very tiny kid's book. Reveal, that's from Not 33 and a Third. New Beginning, about Tracy Chapman. The other one was about R.E.M. That's Not 33 and a Third. Aelin Avalan, The Hooker with a Heart of Gold. That's one I really need to remaster. So if you want to check it out in its early form, go for it. Alpocalypse, Not 33 and a Third, about Weird Al Yankovic. God Shuffled His Feet, Not 33 and a Third, about this is the one where we also talk about Die Warza album Convenience, and we reveal what's really going on with Nekrobomb's brother Darc is trying to kill all the authors. I just gave that away. The Angelic Princess and the Curious Clown. It's a kid's book. It's a kid's book about it's a kid's lesbian book. It Just Gets Worse, 33 and a Third, about AX, CX, Apple, Cinnamon, air conditioner. Vitology, Not 33 and a Third, about Pearl Jam. I like that one a lot. That's where I created the first time ever the podcast format, releasing podcasts on book. So few of the later ones will be like that. I actually shouldn't include this. I helped on it. 1005 Things or Less is a book by my daughter. I just helped her release it, and I wrote the last story in it. Snacks, Forever Underground, the lost book of Miriya Silkburn. Animal Prostitute Remastered, better version of Animal Prostitute. All of these are in hardcover. Grey Mime ASMR Remastered, that has several things inside of it. A Grass is Always Blacker podcast, 2.5 Cups Equal, which is like smash cutting two albums in half, taking out the tracks that are not as good and making a super album out of 2 albums by one artist. Love Triangle Apocalypse includes 3 love triangle themed stories. Book about album raises new and troubling questions. Is a 33 and a third about the They Might Be Giants album that isn't an album, supposedly. Genre Bus. The mini Corn Dog quadrilogy. So this is the kind of remaster of the Corn Dog trilogy. It has 4 or 5 books inside of it, as all the major stuff. Some of the other stuff went to other places, like something that's about to come up. Piggy Christ and Other Seriously Spiritual Tales is my take on it was for my daughter, really. Not that she cares about any of this stuff, but it was she had a lot of questions about religion, so I started studying up on religion and the Bible and things, and wrote my own versions of a lot of the stories, but not in a good way if you're a Christian, though it could help you if you're confused. The Wild Adventures of Jack and Betty was given to a neighbor. I don't know if they liked it or not, or if they even read it. Anne Sandwich with Green Goggles was for a friend. She did not like that book at all. I think it's hilarious. It's a parody of Anne of Green Gables, but I don't really know much about Anne of Green Gables. And supposedly nothing about her as well. Where Was I? Regarding Radiohead's Amnesiac, Cerupe Pensington, his epic about Amnesiac, but also about having sex with Ninja Octopus. 100 Games or Less. It's definitely less. It's a compilation of all of my games. This is a very early format. It was mostly for copyright purposes, so keep in mind that there are some mistakes. But the book is, though expensive, is fully in color, and there's a lot. So it's worth it, I think. But there's a better version coming up of some of the games. Tome of the Goth Scout. This is the final version, the actual handbook version, if you want to be a Goth Scout and earn Goth badges. Vauxhall and Me is Darc Goes to Hell and is forced to write a book about Morrissey, who he likes. Mostly he talks about cancel culture. Chuang Don't Get Attacked by Monkeys was for a kid who was kind of obsessed with me in my daughter's class, so I wrote him a book. And it is also a pick-a-path book. The original Woke, but we will skip that because there's a bigger version now. Falling Down the Anal Staircase, all about, it's kind of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, John Balance, and Seth Putnam projects all mixed together in a big sci-fi, ridiculous, crazy, fun thing. It's for no one but myself, I guess. Us, about Peter Gabriel's album Us. So it's the Not 33 and a Third book by Freec, but it's mostly about Trump and how he's tearing this whole country apart. I accidentally raised a grindcore demon from hell. Is still not released, but it's out. It's kind of out. I tried to release it, didn't work. Under Different Circumstances, which is a good way to understand remixing stories. It has 4 remixes, including one by Freec at the very end, a 1-page remix, but also 2 other really cool remixes. The book is insane, but it's a lot of fun. Introduction to Overdrama, Ham 101. The remaster includes Tangent Evolution and Tangent Evolution 2, the Sly Fox Jumps Over the Lazy God. I think that was what it was called. By Miriya Silkburn. Watch her completely melt down while she writes that. Banana Grenade. Banana Grenade is actually a much, much earlier book, but it's my link, so I constantly kind of update it, and it just ends up going to the top of the pile. I think that's a really funny kids book. It's a little extreme for kids. It's special kids. That's what it's for. The full woke is everything from woke, including Aku Chanoki, The Goth, Mind Bomb, the Unnecessary Musical, everything. And there's some other surprises at the end. The Mime, my parody of The Crow. Blood Raspberry Lake, my first reverse parody of Chris Seaver. Mega Viral, the collection full of Scanner, homage to Robin Wimbrod, all about, Robin Rambo. One of many things I learned doing the project. It's all about everything Robin has made, just about. The Grass is Always Blacker presents Xanthus Dye plus Blue plus Teen Ape. This is a constantly updated book, a podcast book about Chris Seaver and all of his projects. It took a long time to write. He does not give a fuck about it, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It has a full glossary of every single character in his films, pretty much. If you know more, hey, help me out. TCG, CCG, OMG is trying to talk about every single card game's rules. Every single TCG's rules. Did I do that? Probably not. And at the end, there's updated versions of a lot of my games from 100 games or less. And then Merzwow, all about Merz Bows, Merz Box. But it's really inside baseball. It talks about the early days of doing short stories, has tons of early short stories of mine, things that have never been released. It's sad. Thanks.